What's up, guys? So here I'm going to be ceramic coating this Tesla. I'll be showing you the steps to prep the paint, and then I'll also be showing you the ceramic coating process. So stick around and I hope you learn something. So I'm cleaning the wheels first. I always clean the wheels first because that is the dirtiest part of the car, since it is close to the ground and all the brake dust. So I want to get those all nice and clean before I touch the rest of the vehicle. So I spread on my tire solution, I scrub them with my tire brush, rinsed them off, and now I am working on the body of the car. I am foaming it down to help lift some of that dirt, and then I'll go in with my wash mitt and agitate everything, windows, roof, body of the car, just to make sure it is nice and clean. I'm going to go over everything in straight linear lines, which is very important because you don't want to create any marring or swirl marks in the paint. The car washes do that enough. And so I want to make it look perfect for the coating. I am rinsing off all of the soap now from the vehicle. Make sure to get everything off so there's no leftover residue. It is very hot here in Texas right now. It's 100 and feels like 110, so you have to work quick. This was luckily in the morning around 8 a.m., so it wasn't too hot yet, but the temperatures rise quickly. So if you're in a hot environment and humid environment, you have to pick up the pace, or else you'll get water spots. I do have deionized water, but just work quick. So I just sprayed down my iron remover solution to help any embedments of the paint work itself out. It's pretty much a deep cleaning of the paint. I am spraying it off here. It's good to wait 2 to 3 minutes, depending on the temperature of where you're located, and then rinse everything off. Make sure to get all of that solution off the paint. You don't want that drying up. It is hard on this color because it's silver, but like a white vehicle, you'll see it turn red on the paint. That is the iron being removed. I am foaming down the vehicle once more to go in for the clay treatment, which will help even further bring up any contaminants that are in the paint. These are often microscopic, and so doing the iron remover and the clay mitt will really help smooth the paint, and it'll also help get rid of any form of protection that might have been on the paint from the dealership or the manufacturer, because we don't want anything between the clear coat and the coating. So I'm rinsing everything off really good once again, and to make sure there's no leftover residue. Now I am drying the vehicle with a very absorbent towel. This one is from Suds Lab. They have phenomenal products, and it's very absorbent. You can go over an entire vehicle, even with one of their smaller towels, which is very convenient. It helps reduce the amount of towels you need, and to get the whole vehicle dry in one is very nice. Now I am going over the vehicle with a panel prep spray, which will remove any leftover residue from polishes, soaps, anything that might be on there, because you want this thing to be as clean as it can be before the coating gets on there so that it will bond properly. So I'm just going over all the aspects of the vehicle, every area that the coating will go on. I am putting this panel prep spray on. There's many panel prep sprays you can get, and so it's really to your choosing what you like. They all work really great. So once I have the vehicle all panel prep sprayed, and I'll even touch the wheels up as I'm doing here, because I'm going to coat the rims of this Tesla. That'll help brake dust, dirt, rain, to help it not stick as much on these rims, because they are black. Everything shows up on them. So I'm just going through and thoroughly prepping these rims as well. I'll go around the entire vehicle doing this. And then once I panel prep all of the paintwork in the rims, I will go and clean the windows of the car, and then also the door jambs of the vehicle. It's always fun getting into these Teslas using the card. So I am cleaning the door jambs here. Always remember to clean the door jambs. That is one of the first things customers look at when they open their door. So it's not really complete detail until you clean the door jambs. And so I am just going in here, cleaning the door jambs so that this vehicle looks perfect. All the door jambs are now cleaned, and now I am going over the tires and dressing them up. That looks great. And here I am now jumping into the coating part of the Tesla. So this is obviously sped up for recording purposes, but this is a pretty slow process because you want to make sure nothing dries on the vehicle. The coating definitely, once it dries, if it dries before you wipe it off, you're going to have to polish it off, and that just takes more time. And so I am going over it with my applicator pad and then waiting till it rainbows effects on the paint, and then swiftly wipe everything off to make sure it is all off the paint. And make sure you use a clean towel each time you get the coating off, because you don't want to be spreading anything else from other towels on to the paintwork. So I'm just going over everything here. I didn't really have that much coating left in the bottle, probably like a quarter of the bottle, and these bottles are tiny that the coatings come in, and it covered this entire car. I did with still some left over, and so you definitely don't need more coating. Like, more isn't better in these situations, just as long as it's fully covered on the paintwork and the wheels and whatever it is that you are coating. And so I just go over all the surfaces and make sure it is a well-lit environment. And so the garage is open, the lights are on it, and then I have this spotlight that is shining on the body of the paint just so I can see when the coating starts to rainbow. I am sweating profusely in this garage because there's no airflow. It is shaded because I'm in a garage, but it is so hot. If any of you are also in Texas, Central Texas, you know what I mean. And so definitely got a good sweat in on this one. But as you can see, this paint is just looking fantastic. And the coatings are one of the great investments when you get a new vehicle is to get it coated in, because it'll help with the longevity in the paintwork to look brand new for many, many, many years. And so I am just going over each panel. It's important to work in small sections as I am, instead of doing like an entire area at once. Do like a small section, a small square, and then wipe everything off so you don't get ahead of yourself. And it's also important to work in a sequence. So I did the passenger door, I did the entire hood, and then I work around the car in a counterclockwise motion. It doesn't matter which way, but just have a sequence so you don't coat something twice and that you get even coverage over the entire vehicle. I am working on the driver's side back door now. I'm just making sure that everything looks good, and I don't get any on the door trim. I could have taped this, but I've done this a while, and so I'm pretty careful around the door trim. It is pretty fun putting these coatings on. Not only does it make the paint work really slick, it just makes it look so shiny, and it helps the durability of the paint work. It creates a seal over the clear coat, and it just makes it look so, so good. Even get the mirror caps, guys. So yes, it's like mostly the big panel portions of a car, but don't forget the mirror caps and the small fender areas, just everything, so that it'll stay looking its best for the long haul. I honestly think this silver is like my new favorite color on a car, especially the silver and black, especially for a Tesla. It looks really stealthy. It looks really sporty. And a super neat vehicle. I am going over everything now. I even coated the headlights. Now I am coating the rims of the Tesla. They are protected and shiny and slick to help prevent water spots, brake dust build up on them, and so that they look better for a long time. I'm just going over it with a microfiber pad there and then wiping it off pretty quickly thereafter because it is so humid and I don't want that drying on these black rims. And here is the after effect. Look at that car shine. It looks so, so good, and this was such a fun detail for me to do. These coatings are a lot of fun. I've coated this one, I've coated a Ram 1500, and I've coated a Honda Pilot, and all different colors, and all have been fun, and these are just really cool cars. So if you need your vehicle coated and you're in the Bryan College Station, Texas area, please reach out to me at 979-220-1440. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you learned something, and please feel free to reach out. Have a great day.